send me messages asking me what's going on with the truck and what I've got going on with the Pontiac. As you can see, I broke my foot and we had a newborn baby there about 3 months ago. So that's been consuming all my time. Priorities, right? Don't mind the Corona. This is the good Corona. So, I haven't been working on the truck and I'm unable to drive the Pontiac. The Pontiac is scheduled for an inspection. Other than that, it's running pretty well. It's also scheduled to have the roof repainted. So a local buddy's gonna paint the roof for me. I just gotta strip it down, send it to him. And then this little girl will be ready for winter storage in 3 months. Sad as that is, 3-4 months, probably 3, maybe 2. Yeah, so that'll be going into storage, and then I'll have my full workspace available for the truck, to get back to work on the truck. I'll give you a rundown on what I've got going on so far, what little work I have been able to do on it, and the tons and tons and tons of work that's still left to be done on it. So yeah, bear with me and I'll get to it, show you what I got going on. So let's start here with the Pontiac. So I actually had my daughter repaint the emblem for me. Those emblems are pretty pricey online and this little girl's a runner. So I don't plan on spending $600 on an emblem. I straightened out the front bumper, used my Porta Power, stripped all the peeling rust, or peeling chrome. You can see the chrome, see that line right there? So it does have a slight amount of surface rust on it because I did get stuck out in the rain one day with it. Yeah, let's check this out here. It's got some bug guts on the front of her. She's looking pretty good. She's got a 3-inch lowering block in the rear. It's sitting stock up front. I do plan on lowering it the same 3 inches in the front to give her a proper level stance. She's looking pretty good though right now. Those are original 15x6 Chevy steel wheels from a 1951 Chevy. So I had those sandblasted and powder coated locally. And those are chrome smoothies, or baby moons or whatever. They actually came off of these wheels. So they actually fit pretty well. Pop those on there. And those are Coker wide whites. So I did pull the radio antenna off because I was going to replace the radio. That did happen. I just have not reinstalled the antenna. It was an unnecessary thing that I did, but whatever. So yeah, the roof has been stripped. The reason that I stripped the roof, and you can see in here, all the original paint was peeling and flaking and chipping off. So in order for me to prevent this old girl from rusting, I wanted to strip it down and get it repainted properly, get it sealed up so that it lasts another 70 years. It's in pretty fantastic shape. So minus the terrible interior of the upholstery. That needs some TLC for sure. So I did replace the radio. I actually found another local guy that retrofitted this stereo with an auxiliary input and FM, and I replaced all the bulbs in the dash. So she's a cruiser. I've done a little bit more work to it to get it running up to snuff, and I straight piped the exhaust. So I think I showed that in the last video. I did a walk around on it. Nothing special, but it's a pretty cool old car. Maybe I'll give you a full walk around on the rear end of it. Let's have a look here. I'll just open up my garage door. I gotta say, this car's got some beautiful curves. Definitely a score. Very unique car. Not overly valuable, but pretty unique. There's very, very few of these. There's 1,170 of these made. So what makes it stand apart is it's the nose of it is shorter than a standard Pontiac. It's actually the same size and the same dimensions as a Chevy Bel Air. So it's riding on the Bel Air frame. So this girl is actually a Laurentian, so it's the Canadian model. So a little walk around here. Look at all that dust. Sits pretty low, but she's good. Let's head back in. I don't need all my neighbors seeing what I'm doing in here. Now that there's a little bit more light, I'll show you the dash there. Looks pretty good, eh? One of my favorite parts about this vehicle is the roof. It's just beautiful. Look at all that stainless. Lots of bright work in here. So I do need to deal with the upholstery, but that's down the road. Like I said, this car's a runner. I've got too much money tied up in my old truck here that I'll show you next. I'll just shut this door here. We'll get to it. Alrighty. Moving on to the 51 Chev. So currently I have the frame pretty much finalized. The cab is essentially finalized. It's sitting where it needs to. All the cab mounts are in place where they're supposed to be. And the interior, the floor pan, has all been mocked up, tacked in place. The firewall has been fully welded. This trans tunnel is tacked in place and ready to be welded. So it's essentially waiting on final welds. The dash I modified. I increased the height of this to allow for me to put my AC in there with these vents. So that'll be a nice little touch. That's a seat out of a 1991 Chevy. So I'll show you the issue and what initially held me up. So we'll walk around here to the driver's side. So I was on a pretty good roll and ready to get this thing, all the final welding done on it, when I dropped the damn cab, smashed this cowl down. So what I had to do is I had to cut this whole section of the cowl out, and you're actually able to see it here. You can see my welds. They run all the way across here, to here, down across through here, and then right across my firewall all the way down here, and then across there and up. So that whole section was smashed in. It actually got pressed back. So after I replaced that, I discovered that I have welded it incorrectly. This whole cab is actually down about, I'm gonna guess, 1/4 of an inch. So I actually have to make a relief cut across here, across there, and then I gotta force this up, and then I gotta bring this in. I gotta push that in. So there's a little bit more work, but as soon as I'm done that, then I can work on the gaps on the doors, and she'll be just about ready to go to the bodywork guy, the bodyman. So I've got what are these guys called? I think they're Frostbite. They've been acquired by Holley. So Holley supplies this. They supply the electric fan kit. I did set my engine, my whole engine back into this firewall that you can see there. See that clearance? Like it's pretty darn close. My air cleaner's sitting inside the firewall. So, and it's a good thing I did that, because that extra bit of room that I provide myself there, I don't have a whole lot of room there. So, and when this grill's sitting back, yeah, see? So I'm not actually sure where this is gonna sit, but that engine, I cranked it over. Well, manually. I haven't actually fired this or put any fuel through it. So, still waiting on that day to see if I'm gonna blow this thing up or not. Those are ultimate headers, beautiful headers. This is a Dell's LS3 kit. So they're aluminum adapters, so you can run all your original GM electronics and throttle body and make it look like an old Salt small block. These are LS Fab hood struts. So I only got partway finished installing those before I found that I had damaged that to a point where I need to actually recorrect it. And there's no point in me doing a walkthrough on these with that damaged. So what I was able to do today is I put this fender through the planishing hammer and the English wheel. It originally had been creased across here. You can just see the initial line. So it was pressed in right back to about here. There was a crease starting right here. You can see that line, and it ran to about here. This line ran all the way across there, and then a line down here that ran across there. And those were all pushed in about a quarter of an inch. Come across here, this line, you can't really see it now, I've hidden it quite well. You can see it tail off right here. So that was one of these lines, that one right there, had made its way all across this fender. So this fender I thought was gonna be toast, but I was able to recover it. The rear fenders are brand new. I think those are Counterpart Automotive that supply those. So I stripped that one today. Unable to finish stripping this one because I ran out of sanding paper. That sucks. But I've put up some storage in my shop. I reorganized the front, and I supplied myself a little bit more storage on this side. So a lot goes on in a guy's life, and building a hot rod is a crap load of work. So for all those people that are wondering if I'm ever gonna finish this thing, I do plan on it. But I want to enjoy myself in my garage, and that includes a good welding station that I built in the meantime, proper storage for all the knickknacks and tools and random stuff from this build. Yeah, just appropriate stuff. There's the box of the truck. So that is a brand new box. This is from oh, you're gonna forgive me, I forget the name of these guys here. There is the barcode if you want it. So yeah, sorry about that. I have mocked up the initial frame for the bedwood. It does need to be significantly modified, but yeah, it's challenging when you've got limited room and another full vehicle taking up space. So that's where we're at right now, and we've got lots to go, but it is coming along. As soon as I get this old girl out of the way, I will get back to the truck. And if anyone wants to see more videos of this old Pontiac, there's my beer. Better grab this. That's essential. So yeah, if anyone wants to see more videos of this old girl, just let me know, and as things come along, I'll make sure to record it. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for today. Thanks, guys.